Hello everybody and welcome to episode 8 for the Bosporan Kingdom Let's Play for Imperator Rome, the 1.2 Cicero Beta. Well guys, I did not think we would ever see an episode 8. I cannot believe the feedback and support that we've gotten on this series so far. For those who don't know, I was on vacation and we released them every 2 days while I was away. And it was such a joy to go through, to kind of experience it with you guys. You know, every second day, checking in on the comments and seeing the series really thrive and do so well. I just didn't, I'm speechless really for how well it did. I just didn't think a game with this kind of player base currently would really do that well. I just did it because I thought I'd enjoy it, and I really did. I really enjoyed the series, and I'm delighted that I get to continue it, you know, because of you guys. So pat yourselves on the backs. You did it. I think I said if it hits 5,000 views on the last episode, then I do it, and I never thought that was going to happen, you know, but you smashed it. So really appreciate the support, really do. And the first episode is at like 20,000 or something crazy now as well, which is just unbelievable. So, well, anyway, enough of that. I really appreciate it, so thank you guys so much. But let's get into it. We're in episode 8, and if we want to just recap briefly on where we left off, in the last episode we solidified Sarmatia as a tribal vassal. And we also white-pieced out of a war against Kotiora, which they attacked me. I don't really want to go through the map too much. We've kind of seen it all in the last episode, but I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but Phrygia have actually taken a chunk out of Egypt, which is kind of interesting, and also more territory here. And then they've lost some territory in Syria and Palestine to Byblos, and they've really, I just want to mention, Phrygia are thick, you know. By this stage in the game, they've gone through their secession and they haven't broken apart. Usually they do. But it's kind of interesting that they haven't. Bithynia has been pushed back across the Bosporan Strait here. The Ionian coastline have been totally solidified. Heraclea Pontica have shrunken in. Armenia are probably one of the only ones that can really stand up against them at this point, because Macedon have shrunken in and everything. Macedon have actually kind of expanded out from where they were, but generally speaking, they've shrunken in, it seems. So yeah, so that's kind of just an interesting thing that's going on there. But we're just going to be focusing in on ourselves. So I mean, something that's really great about now coming back is I've gotten to read all your comments and see what you guys want me to do and see different advice. And I feel your pain when I say that I can't find a character and he's staring right at me. I get it. I mess up sometimes. It's really funny to watch you guys timestamp and link, you know, oh, you could have done it now, whatever. I love it. I'm sure some people don't like backseat gaming or whatever, but I love it. I think it's funny as hell. And I'm like, God, yeah, how did I miss that? So we're going to address some of those things. One of the main things to address is Leostratus, right? We left off with Leostratus leading the second army here. And this is our amazing character that came from a kind of a more scripted event where his father, who was the ruler for about 50 years, his father ended up kind of having it away with this woman here, Santa Yarkum, at a party. And of course we know that his father was really not that interested in his second wife. His first wife, love of his life, died in childbirth, so he was never that committed, and obviously at a party sometime had it away with a young Maeotian woman, and Leostratus came to be. Unfortunately though, because it was through that event, he's not really counted towards a direct succession. He's not counted in the line. So we need to figure out a way, or we needed to figure out a way to get him involved and get him to lead our glorious Bosporan Kingdom somehow. Now, coincidentally, he ended up marrying, or we got him to marry, Olympia Spartakid, right? And that is his half-niece. So his half-brother's daughter. His half-brother is actually the current ruler. And his daughter, his second daughter, was Olympia, who is now married to Leostratus. Okay, so we have a kind of an in on getting into power. So that just managed to work out coincidentally. The reason I married this woman was because she is extremely capable, and so is he. So they just seem like a really great kind of power couple, even though they're not in power. So how do we get her to rule? The best way to get Leostratus into power seems to be to get her into power, and that way they co-rule together, and in a way we can say that Leostratus is leading the country as well as her. And people pointed out there is a way to do that. You know, we can change a law. Agnatic Cognatic was the one a lot of people were mentioning, which is basically allows female children of a monarch to succeed to the throne if there are no valid male heirs. So that's not quite what we want, because the problem we have there with that one is if there is a valid male heir, then suddenly the females don't count towards the succession line. So For instance, Calanthus, the first daughter of our... So our king only has daughters, by the way. So the first daughter that he has a son. And that son would actually precede her in the kind of line, in the succession line. So that one's not as effective. We'll probably end up doing familial marriage, which is basically just opening up the doors for incest. And it says like, yeah, you can pretty much marry whoever, whenever. It's all good. So it says, in order to secure a strong legitimate bloodline, however, it becomes commonplace for royal siblings to intermarry, thus avoiding any chance for the lineage to be sullied. Excuse me. So we're basically doing that anyway. The game might not recognize it, but if we're marrying half uncles and nieces and things like that, we're basically getting there. So I think we'll just enable that, and that'll be fine. So let's do it. So 15 stability, 35 political influence, boom. Law passed. Right, so now our possible successors are 3 females and Calanthus's firstborn son, Spartacus, who we'll keep an eye on. Might turn out to be good. It seems pretty bad right now, but he might turn out to be good. So this causes a problem, right? Our first in line is still a blocker to us, right? If Calanthus manages to take the throne and her husband is the consort, then these aren't going to be the next in line. It's going to be her children and so on and so forth. So that's a bit of an issue. We need to find out a way to remove her. Now, I looked at her. She is deteriorating. Her health is deteriorating, which is kind of good, I guess, for our objective. But in reality, it's deteriorating really slow. She's frail. That's why it's deteriorating, by the way. So the doctor, the current doctor, the Archiatros, is contributing to staving off that deterioration, but very slowly. So it's taken a long time. She's 32 and she's lost some of her health, but you know, in reality, what we need is her to die before the king. And the king his health is deteriorating as well. He needs to seek treatment. But I want to do something before we decide to seek treatment. He's going to try and kill his daughter, basically. Calanthus has to die, right? If she dies, then Olympia becomes next in line, and her husband, Leostratus, boom, is in power. So that's what we got to do. Now, the only way we can do that is if we make her a rival, and then if we plan an assassination. Now, the problem here is it causes aggressive expansion, which is really weird. I don't understand why assassination causes aggressive expansion. Now, I can kind of understand it in a small regard, because if you were to assassinate someone abroad, well, sure, that I can see how that would contribute to it. But aggressive expansion is supposed to be this kind of, as you expand, other nations are like, hey, what are you doing? You know, and they don't like you as much, and your different cultures have problems with that. Whereas an assassination is more like espionage. You know, not necessarily other countries should even know I'm doing this, which is just a bit weird. I feel like if it goes right or wrong, then maybe contribute to that aggressive expansion. But it seems weird to pay that up front, especially if you're doing it internally. But there you go. So we're going to do that. Okay, there we go. So that's going to take, oh, right. It's actually more than I thought. 46% chance of success. Oh, man. Basically, flip of a coin, you know, whether or not this is going to work. If it doesn't work, we could be in big trouble. He could lose more health. We could get an event that rips apart the stability or the legitimacy of our country. Who knows? We'll just have to see how that goes. It takes about a year, I think, so we'll see. We'll just follow along with it. And while we're doing that, we can't seek treatment. If we were to seek treatment now, that would be replaced, so you want to watch out for that kind of thing. I often do that when I'm playing myself, and I'm just like, oh yeah, click this, this will solve all these problems, but these take time, so, which is good. The other thing people were saying on the seek treatment front was to get Olympia some help, because she actually suffers from mentagra. And she's also epileptic. Now, we can't heal her epilepsy, I don't think, but we can heal the mentagra. She's going to be deteriorating, though, even if we heal that, but just a bit slower, which is a problem, you know, because she's who we've kind of hitched our wagon to ride into the government palace, so to speak. Excuse me, I can't stop burping. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is leave her... This is sick, by the way, but I'm going to leave her younger sister available. So we won't give her any husband. That way, if she dies and Leostratus stops being the consort, we can marry into the person who's probably going to be the next in line and be the next consort, and Leostratus can continue over. Now, if we really want to get fucked up, if she ends up having a daughter, you can see where I'm going. We'll probably marry her as well. We're keeping Leo in power, I'm telling you, forever, until he dies. Until there's nobody left. Alright, so that's the situation. We're going to get her some help, seek treatment. It costs 200 gold, quite a lot. If you do it as the king, by the way, he pays for it himself, but other people have to, they use the state funds for it, which is kind of odd. But there you go. What else? What else? Oh yeah, so we want to build some buildings at Tafros. Tafros, a lot of people commented saying like, oh, you should make that your capital, you should build it up. It's got more pops now than our actual capital, which is Panopticon, is it? Yeah, or whatever. Panticapion. Whatever. Tafros is going to be the next capital. The problem is that it needs to be a dominant culture of Bosporan, and we're not. We're 75% or 76% Scythian. So we're going to have to invest into it a bit more before we can get it to that point. A lot of pops are actually still filtering in here. It has a lot of migration attraction. Available pop capacity is still contributing quite a bit to getting the extra pops in there. So what we're going to do is build a couple buildings, an aqueduct for one, which will give us 4 extra population capacity, and then we're going to get another library. And that's going to basically just increase the amount of pops we can have, and then increase the amount of citizens we have, and this will just basically, I don't know, it'll just create this nice commercial hub, and we'll start building it up, and then maybe we'll even get it up to 80 pops, which will allow us to turn it into a metropolis, which would be awesome. So that's another like side goal of this series, is definitely to turn Tafros into this commercial hub, capital area, jewel in the crown of our kind of kingdom here. So we left off, like I said, taking Sarmatia as a tribal vassal and fighting a war down here. All our armies are down here. We need to stop paying them, or at least reduce their pay for now, while we're not in war. Let these guys get onto the boats. We'll shift them up somewhere else, probably back up north. Well, we'll keep the 2 armies down here. So we have Cacique's cavalry, which are awesome cavalry, and then we have Leostratus' second. Maybe should have came up with an idea for their name, but whatever. We'll maybe call it King's Guard or something if he becomes a king. Oh, and they're inspired right now. So, yeah, so Cacique can just hang out at this fort. I'm worried that basically Armenia are going to attack. Our truce is over with Armenia, so they're very likely, I would say, to attack us based on probably actually more Colchis or even Iberia, and we're all in a pact together, I think. I'm allied with Colchis, and Macedon are allied with me as well. So if they go for Iberia, I think I'd be okay, but Colchis will be pulled in, and I want Colchis to do okay against Armenia, at least at first, until I can kind of take some territories or see them get attacked from someone else, or until I know that they're weak enough that I can kind of take out Colchis myself. So yeah, that's the situation. I think I've covered pretty much everything. Some other things people were asking in general was about the music that I use. And the music comes from a site called Epidemic Sound, which is like a royalty-free site where I pay a license to actually use the music in videos. And there's a lot of tracks. There's like 30 tracks, so there'll be a lot of names to write out. And I didn't even have all the names of them. They don't even all come with names. So I recommend people just go there. If you want to find interesting, nice music like this, like I didn't really go through it that much before I picked the ones. You know, I just listened to a few seconds. I was like, yeah, that's cool. Add it to the list, downloaded them, and I just have them on you know, playing on my computer at the moment. So go check it out. Some of the coolest ones are by a guy called Johannes Bornloff and another one by Dream Cave. They do a lot of the ones that are on, but there's lots of different artists. Actually, another one is Y-I and then Nan Tiro. So Y-I space Nan Tiro. Those are really good ones. Those are ones that are playing quite often in this series. So those are the artists, not the name of the songs. So go check those ones out, and you'll find some cool music. I think it's free. I could be wrong. It could be free to download for everybody, but you need the license if you want to use it commercially, I suppose. So go check it out. Epidemic Sound. It's all paid for actually by my multi-channel network, which is Machinima. But I'm planning on removing Machinima soon, and probably I'll just get the license myself. All right. Anyway. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything. All right, let's let time play. We've reduced the costs. We've moved the armies. I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, yeah. I don't know if I mentioned this. So this popped up when we just loaded the save now, it wasn't in the last video. I checked just to see was it something I missed, but apparently we're going to have a rebellion in 41 months. And it says there's a risk of some provinces or subjects starting a rebellion in the Bosporan Kingdom due to 20% of the population being from a foreign culture group and living in disloyal provinces or subjects. The 17.99% threshold is due to 20%, -1, -1. 0 out of 840 of our pops want to revolt. Sarmatia is disloyal and 171 of their pops will join a rebellion. And Heniokia is disloyal and their pops will join a rebellion. So I think what this means is essentially, if we were to look at Heniokia, their loyalty right now is 12 because our aggressive expansion is -27. Obviously, we just took on 20. And then the loyalty of these guys, Sarmatia, is 0. Again, aggressive expansion, and also the opinion to their overlord, which is me, and the relative power that they have. So I think because that they are disloyal, and then the amount of pops in here counts for more than 20% of all the pops I have, that's what's causing the issue. So yeah, by having 171 pops, and these guys having 39, so let's just say 210 or whatever. 210 is more than 20% of 840. So that means we've got 2 vassals that combined to us they're both disloyal to us, and that's causing this issue. Now, that's going to be a tough one to solve now with the aggressive expansion. So what I'm going to do on this front is improve the opinion of both of them. And that will help over time, but we probably need something to kick into effect a bit quicker, because I don't know if we'll buy ourselves enough time with that, which is an idea. So one of the ideas in the zeal category, or religion category, is haruspicy, which is going to basically increase the loyalty of subject states by 10. So most of them are, at least Sarmatia, are disloyal to the point where adding 10 isn't even going to really make a difference, but Heniokia, it will, because we just need them to be over 33, I think, and then they'll be loyal again. So we're going to have to enact it. However, I don't want to remove the state religion idea that we have, which is giving us a 5% increase to our civilization, because of course we want to remove all the tribesmen we have up in the north here. So, and I think that helps with that, I think. So I just want to keep civilization value high, basically. So I'm going to change this out, which is standardized construction, which is going to reduce the build cost and time of buildings. We just paid to build 2 things. I don't mind the extra time, but the cost at least we've already paid for. So we can swap this out. We will then lose our national slave output benefit of 10%. But I think it's necessary. Otherwise we're going to have a rebellion, and I don't think we're ready for that. Okay, so that is pretty much everything, I think. So obviously, you can probably tell, like, I had to look around at some of this stuff before. I actually didn't play any of it. I'm just doing it all now for the first time. It seems to be working. But I took a while to kind of analyze what was happening and reading comments about different things. So yeah, so let's let time play. That was probably the longest we've ever gone without like letting time play at the beginning of an episode. But there was a lot to cover, and especially for me, I've had a 2-week break from the game. And just like, I watched the last episode and was trying to get familiar with everything again, just to make sure I didn't do anything too crazy or forget anyone. And I think that's pretty much it. So yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye on how everything is going. I'm super concerned about Armenia. I just feel like them or Phrygia will attack me. I'm not bordering Phrygia. I just have a feeling that they'll go for Macedon, and that'll cause a war with me, and they'll send in the big guns. What do they have? 42,000, 150 cohorts, and they're only lacking 1,000. So that means that they have 150,000 supplied, fully replenished men in their armies. Now, they're big. They could be anywhere. I don't know. They could be evenly spread out, but that's a lot. Typically in this game, when someone goes to war, they shift everything towards you. So I gotta be watching out for them. Armenia, less so. They've only got 25, but they are fully stocked up as well, 25,000. Now, what do I have? I've got 13,000, 9,000, 5,000. So I've got about the same amount of numbers, but they've got more manpower in reserve. So they can afford a greater loss, but I can't. So we need to just build that manpower back up. Awesome. The treatment is successful of this guy's sister-in-law. Yeah, so sister-in-laws. So yeah, because of those subjects, the reason we got these as a tribal vassal was to ignore having to go north, and also to get the extra manpower from them. So we get 35 manpower from our subject states, which is Heniokia and Sarmatia, which isn't that much, but it is basically 10% of our manpower comes from subjects, which is kind of nice. All right. Transmarisica. So we're probably going to go to Tirgete next if we don't get attacked, because we want to own the rest of this province and then this one as well. It'd be really nice to get. So that's a prime target to take them out. Maybe even just sell. Oh no, we'll probably take that as well eventually. I was going to say sell that off. I wonder how the food situation is. I remember seeing down here food was kind of low. Nope, it's fine. Well, rebellion's still quite possible, so we'll have to see. Let's speed it up just a little bit more. Oh yeah, let's see how the assassination is going. Okay, we're only about a quarter of the way. So we'll speed it up, see what happens. Any technologies we could use. Sacrifice to the gods cost reduced for 126. I'm going to do that. And then we'll do a sacrifice. There we go. Because yeah, we fell below. Why did we fall so far below? I don't remember. Oh, the law changed. That's what it was. I can understand. The people aren't happy about the familial marriage law. And we're like, only if necessary? Jeez. An eye for aesthetics. So, Orestes Karsid has been showing great promise in his civic duties and has become renowned as quite the artisan. He recently completed a marvelous design for a new training camp. We could erect this masterpiece on behalf of the state, however such architectural vision would surely be valuable to the right investor. And that's going to be where? That's going to be in Olbia. So, he'll gain 5 loyalty and Olbia gets a training camp, or he gains 100 and we gain 80. Is he disloyal? No, he's pretty fine. Yeah, we'll just take the money. I don't want the training camp. I can build a training camp for less. Oh. Alright, this is what I thought would happen. Armenia have gone to war with us. So, the Persian major power... Let's turn on the war music. The Persian major power of Armenia declared war upon the Persian regional power of Colchis. Okay, so we're now obliged to help. Colchis, Bosporan Kingdom, Iberia, and Media Magna have all rallied together to defend in this war. 4v4. Alright, so Armenia, Seleucids, Parthia. Oh, Parthia. Parthia over here. Although they look like they're totally overrun right now, so that's not a problem. Tayuan. It's probably some small nation somewhere. Oh, Parthia are here as well. Seleucids, which are obviously very busy right now, I think. Yeah, they're lacking 20,000 men. They're fighting all over the place, so that's not too much of a concern. And then Armenia itself, which we just checked out a while ago. So what I'm going to do... The forts are being paid for automatically, and so are the armies. So let's get Kasaki's cavalry, and let's get running. I want to head over here. Because if we could get that, it's a little bit of the coastline, extra coastline I'd like to get. It's an interesting looking port. It looks different than the Greek ones. And they've got a little fleet out there. Okay. But yeah, this is obviously coming at a bad time. We'll get moving and see what happens anyway. See if we can grab some more pups. Last time, we actually ended up stealing over 200 pups. Oh my god. Over 200 pups from them. Just going to get behind the fort for a second. They're not moving right now. By the way, some people told me that that symbol, it's not just attrition. It's saying that they would be taking attrition, but they're actually taking food from the province to stave off the attrition they'd otherwise be taking. I think that's what that means. So this symbol means that they're taking food away from the province. And if they run out of food or whatever, if the province does, then they start taking attrition. So that's an interesting mechanic. I didn't realize that. Alright, they're actually moving the other way now, which is good. I'm hoping Colchis can just handle themselves. And Iberia. Not sure how big Iberia are. Let's check. Well, they have 36,000. So we'll see. Alright, let's get going. We'll just run the cavalry out there, as we do. Colchis have a little navy. It's nice. Some people are also saying, like, oh, you should keep your navy here. That way you block the strait constantly for people if you're worried about your capital being sacked. It's a really good idea. Didn't think of that. Might rush out and see if we can take this. I'm not paying for my fleet, but there's only one. Alright. Cool. So we actually managed to capture a character, did we? He's not a very good commander. So, and he's 72. So let's talk to Armenia and see, can we ransom? I think... not too sure where that is. I haven't done that in a long time. Yeah, I'm not too sure how to ransom. It's not that important, so whatever, but... That's their characters. Let me just check really quickly. So, the Tammy's Mithridates. Banish, execute, release prisoner, demand support. Yeah, I don't know. He's trying to escape prison. That's funny. Yeah, I wish I could remember how to do it. I'm pretty sure it's in diplomacy. You just say, like, ransom prisoner. But it might not be till after the war. That might be the case. I think that's the case. Sorry if I'm wrong. Improve opinion maximum. Yeah, let's get that because we're improving the opinion right now of 2 countries. How's that rebellion looking, by the way? It seems to have... Oh, no, it's still there. 26. These guys are at 32. I feel like when they get to 33, if my theory is correct, that'll be just enough pops that are happy that it should stop the both rebellions. Which is kind of weird, but I think that'll work. It's like there's going to be a battle there. We're taking attrition here. Let's just keep moving. Now, I'm paying for my army, haven't I? Yeah, why isn't there... Their morale is going up, like, really slowly. Probably because I'm in foreign territory. Uh-oh, Colt just look like they're getting a little outnumbered. I'm sure they'd love to have the cavalry come in and help. Or even Leostratus, to be honest. Awesome, we're stealing pops to Chersonesus and Theodosia. So I can probably take out that guy on his own. So let's go into... We'll keep skirmishing on. Let's see what happens. So there's 9,000 here. Level 4. We're level 9. We've got 9,500. We should kill them before they kind of build up their morale. Help out these guys over here. Yep, that looks good. What else do they need help with? Anything else? We'll just back off for now. I don't want to be losing too much manpower. So now Colt just have to deal with an 11 stack. Not too bad. Pirates. Oh no, not Tafros. I don't really want to pay for the fleet because it's a pretty landlocked war right now, but I guess I should to get rid of pirates. Although they're probably going to go away by the time I get there. It's usually the way it goes. Oh, we might catch them before they raid some more. Wow, they're a 10-star general, actually. We're only a 5. Maybe we should swap this guy out. We'll put another Cacique on it. Oh, they managed to dodge me. Alright, let's just have a look down here. Cool. They're capping back their territories. It's not that big of a deal. Alright. Oh, by the way, how close is he to the assassination is nearly over. So, a parlous state. There exists in Bosporan Kingdom a general feeling of dissatisfaction at the financial practices of Philip. Malicious rumors circulate painting a wild picture of the hordes of gold jealously squirreled away in the national treasury. All members of the court agree that Philippus the First Spartacid must do something to address the issue. So we could donate to the poor to gain 10 stability, or raise the taxes and we lose 5 stability. Oh my god, that's a lot of money though. It's tempting. I don't have that money. We'd go into a deficit, so I'm going to have to raise the taxes, which is a shame. But there you go. We need 70 political influence. How is our offices, actually? People are quite loyal. This guy's not so loyal. Let's just immediately make him a little bit more loyal. And something I'd like to do, actually, for Leo is give him a holding. Oh, let's hold a triumph. He'll gain... Oh, he's super loyal anyway. You lose stability for a triumph. That's weird. I don't see why. But he gains popularity. Yeah, he's not that popular anymore. Let's grant him a holding. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, he's actually trying to claim a holding right now. Yeah, I don't want to do that. We'll grant him a holding. I want to grant him a holding in... Oh, we cannot give him one in Tafros. I thought we could. Where are the holdings here? 2 out of 2. Oh, okay. Where is she? There we go. Well, let's give him a holding in the current capital. That's going to give him a bit of loyalty, but it's also going to give him more money over time. So he'll become more powerful. So if we do make him the ruler, then I guess... Although he won't be the main ruler, so I guess his money doesn't really matter as much. Whatever, it's fine. It's more for the roleplay than anything, I think. Alright, cool. So let's march on these guys. We're just going to use the cavalry to mop up these like smaller armies that are roaming around. Kaseki, the 10-star general. What a beast. He's going to mop up these other cavalry units. Victory. Enemy captured. To capture another guy. Just want to make sure we don't get bombed by that 11 stack. Using cavalry like this is so good because they're so fast. You can just chase... Although I was actually fighting cavalry, but... You can just often just chase down like other smaller units that are being recruited that aren't cavalry, like light infantry and things like that. How's it going? How's the war going? It looks like Iberia are pushing in, which is good to see. The capital is out here. It's tempting to go for it, but like I said, I'm trying to build up my manpower more than anything. Oh shit! Assassination successful! We've been informed that Calanthes Spartacid was found brutally murdered in her home just last night. The investigators have reported that a convenient battering ram was used in the crime. Battering ram? What? A device known to be favored by Philippus I Spartacid. However, we've no hard evidence to link him to the crime. Regardless, we should be watchful. Sorry, a battering ram. Am I wrong in thinking... Like, when I hear battering ram, I think like the massive siege engine that's used to batter down gates. And I'm picturing it getting rammed somewhere that is not pretty. To put it bluntly. No pun intended. Nothing to see here. Well, there we go. So she's dead. 1st of January. See you later. Now we have Olympias Spartacid next in line. And you know what? I'm not even going to seek treatment for Philip. He's good. He's like, let me be. I'm not going to seek my own treatment. So his second daughter, 21 years old. She's not happy about it, by the way. She's not even her mother anyway, so it doesn't matter. But 21 years old. She's unwell. She's got a lot of years left in her though, but she is unwell. Damn, I wish you could get rid of epilepsy somehow. As I'm sure many people with actual epilepsy probably wish. Well, it looks like, yeah, they're going to be next in line then. We did it, hopefully. Unless something crazy happens. Yeah, that seems good. Excellent. Alright, so let's continue with the war. So let's, I'm just trying to think, I'm going to send these guys back. As much as I want to get pops, I don't know if I should. I'd rather the manpower. Like, we lose manpower running around here, even though it's a little bit. We do lose some. Do we, though? I guess maybe we don't. Sorry. Let's just keep sending them around then. Fuck it. And we'll just keep an eye on that war constantly. Oh, that's rough. Alright, cool. Still a bad research ratio, and we've got a lot of money now, so we could kind of think about building more. So some people were saying as well with Vel are, you know, we don't colonize any of these places because we don't have enough of our primary culture and stuff, right? We have 45, we're not the dominant religion here yet. So what we could do, we're not dominant, so what we could do is pull in some slaves that are Hellenic. And I think... Yeah, Hellenic is now the dominant. Sorry, yeah, it flipped, so I just got a bit confused there. So Hellenic is now dominant, so now we're going to be converting even faster. And that's going to ease up the speed at which we change culture. And once culture is dominant, then we can start colonizing out. essentially how it works. The dominant, yeah, we're kind of getting dominant religion all around the place now, which is great. And then it kind of snowballs from there. Interestingly, we don't have it down here. Sorry, I always look at that, you know, that's the province. Let's collapse that down. We want to be looking at this. 6 and 4. 6 and 4. It's just coincidence, but yeah. Alright, well anyway, so that's a little bit of progression towards actually colonizing out. I don't really care about colonizing up here anyway, but I guess it's free real estate, as they say. And we should be thinking about here as well. So how could we do there? So this would also need dominance. So move pops to this territory. Can we move anything Hellenic? Yeah. And then I think if we just look at that again, we're still not dominant. We need 2 more. Move them from Olbia. Okay. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So sometimes it updates as you do it, and sometimes it doesn't. It's really weird. But, okay, cool. So now we're dominant religion. And once that's dominant, like I said, this fills up faster, and then this will fill up faster every time afterwards. Right, let's rush the places that have the most pops. So here, for instance, the city of Satala. Is that a city as well? I guess anything with little buildings on it is cities, so we should just go for them. War. Tirgete declared war on us. Ooh. Well, this is why it was worth keeping an army up here. What's the supply like? Yeah, we can just rush over there then. Or we could hop on a boat. That's an interesting one, man, because I could definitely do with some territory over there. And our fort, we've already got a fort blockading it. Yeah, this could work in our favor. Who are they at war with? They are just at war with me. Okay. Right. Hop on the boat. Let's just quickly dump our boys here. Hopefully they'll make it safely. I'm sure they will. We're paying for the fleet. Is there a city here? No, it's just trees. So let's go for... Matt, it's really hard to tell where the cities are. There's one here. Alright, cool. Everything's going pretty well, considering we're in wars and we have no manpower. This is not going too bad. At least we're constantly pulling back pops. Question is, I guess, maybe where's the most free men? Where can we kind of invest in training camps and things of the like? I would say Charex is probably where you get a lot of them. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to delete the 2 library buildings here. And what's the one for free men? It's a forum, isn't it? Yeah. So that's going to increase the freemen ideal fraction, and that should turn into freemen a bit more, and then maybe training camp. We have a training camp there already. Good. So yeah, let's use the macro builder actually for this now. So construct city buildings. We want to look for training camps. Just trying to see where it'll have a substantial impact. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's really good. That doesn't make any sense. Building one here will reduce the manpower. I don't understand that. Okay, we'll leave that as it is. So hopefully that will boost our manpower just a little bit, just a smidge, and we'll see how it goes. Pops are dying left, right, and center. There's another city over there. How are the battles out this way? Confusing, but it looks like we're winning. Because Armenia are struggling to get their troops together, and it looks like they pulled in mercenaries. Which is a problem fighting a nation that has just unlimited amounts of money. Yeah, 29,000. Just a mercenary army going south. Because they've got 1,000 gold. It's rough. So, how is that rebellion? Oh, the rebellion's gone. We crushed the rebellion. or stopped it before it happened. So I'm going to go aggressive expansion change. Even though we need the manpower, I think it's important to lower that. Keeping an eye on this guy. Seems like he's heading for the cavalry, but we should be able to outrun him pretty much no matter where he is. So what are they looking for? So we have 2 trade requests. Grain from Maeotia to either them or them. Okay, and our army is up here now as well. Alright, so... Ooh, Macedon are up here already. So quick. We'll start pushing down. Caught red-handed. Hauled in front of the court. Orestes Karsted is a sorry sight. Caught with bare hands in hand. Caught with bare hands in hand. He is said to have been ready to strike down Asaki Varuka in a brutal act of violence. Luckily, passers-by were quick enough to act to prevent this terrible deed, and now have the unenviable task of passing judgment on the wicked Orestes. Shouldn't be too hasty. Or we should. Yeah, we should be hasty. He's 68. I'm not worried about him. He's going to die soon. So this is the guy that's in charge of the discipline of our armies or something, right? I think. Or the morale. Another Kasake. Yeah, the morale. Alright. There's the armies of Tirgete. So Tirgete, who's joining that army? So Clepia and Transmarisica. So maybe I could let Macedon kind of work away at them. Do they have any forts? They actually don't. Let's head up to these guys then. You know what? I shouldn't underestimate this. They have a lot. And one bad battle means we're kind of pushed back quite a bit. So I'm just going to take some of these territories here. And then we'll push back. And then I don't have to worry about it anymore. Maybe Macedon will even transfer if we do that. The problem is, you know, if Macedon want to take this just like Thrace did. How do I avoid this army coming at me? Like, I'm quicker than them, but I just need to circle around them a bit. So they should go here, and then probably go here to here. Oinathi Nikid inspires the army. So this is our consort. Morale was beginning to waver at the camp when she stood up before the assembled soldiers and gave an inspirational speech. She convinced all who were present that the odds of battle were on their side, using her extensive knowledge of military tactics. She is a 2 marshal. Very inspirational. Gonna be flicking between these 2 areas constantly to see what's going on. Alright. Interesting. If they stay here, I can't really do much. Oh, interesting direction. I think we'll make it back like that. Alright. Taking big attrition now. Because this army's just too big for the area we're in. But I think once we take this, Macedon should transfer that, I think. Yes, they just did. Great. Cool. So now this boat is being forced out. We can hop back on this boat, go up north, and reclaim the territories we're losing. And maybe just let Macedon fight to defend us. I think that's the best course of action for now. Right, so they've done their job there. Let's get them in, hop on the boat, go back up north, and retake what we can. Let's get that supply limit. That always hurts us up north. And yeah, it looks like our cavalry made it back safely. It looks like Armenia took back everything though as well, which is a bit of a shame. Oh well, it doesn't really matter. I don't really care about the war in Armenia unless we could just get that one piece of territory. How's our manpower now? Because we're just about to finish a few of those buildings. Supply limit. Yeah, supply is so bad. Okay, maybe we can take tell you what, let's get some of the cavalry out if we can. Are they loyal? Oh, they're all loyal. Most of them are loyal anyway. Oh, you can still... Yeah, someone said this earlier, actually. They were saying, like, oh, you can still transfer if they're loyal. I guess it doesn't matter. Oh. They are on me straight away. It's a risky fight. What do they got? 3237. I think bottleneck is the best. Alright, we'll just have to hold our ground and see what happens here. He's the best commander I have for the job. Oh man, if we lose this battle it'll suck. I'd much prefer to be in the fort. Maybe I should just force march to the fort. It's safer. Olympic Games, who do we want to send? The son of the general or nephew of a governor? Send the son of the general. Okay, so we're not taking attrition here either, which is good. So we'll just hold our territory. We'll just, you know, I'm in no hurry. If they want to siege a fort, they can. I'll let Macedon try to do work against them. Because we have all these territories here. They have some of mine, but it's not a big deal. There's like nothing in those anyway. And I might just deliver the navy, or bring the navy down here and deliver my troops back to this spot. Alright, it's kind of a weird back and forth that's going on right now, but we are winning against Tigrete. I keep calling them Tigrete. Their name is Tirgete. So if I was to sue for peace and say, give me those territories, they would say yes. They would not give me that though. It's not occupied anymore, is it not? Oh, right. And why is it so in my favor? Because we've won a lot of the battles. Okay, because Macedon are doing work. Interesting. I'm going to go get that cavalry and bring it over here. That's what we need to do. Hell yeah. Alright, let's get Kasaki's cavalry. Pirate ships. Alright, we're on the way. Are they moving? Doesn't look like it. Wow, we have a lot of money. I don't even know what to do with it all. Really want to catch these guys if I can. Oh, they're gone. Asclepian wise man. A man, some say, is Asclepius himself, has been seen in Garen. Rumor says he brings back people from the brink of death, no matter the disease or injury they might have. Oh. No, I don't want that. I don't want my guy to be healed. I'd rather that appear for his daughter. And yet, we have no need for his services. Local unrest to all of these different places. Sure. Let him roam the lands. Olympics are concluded. Better look next time. New military structure. So, it seems Theodorus has really taken to his job as a general, and as he has started reworking the whole infrastructure of his troops assigned to him. However, with these changes, we have started seeing a lot of officers and troops who are loyal to the general over Bosporan Kingdom. A troubling development for what the future might hold. He'll gain a marshal. 50%. Yeah, sure, fine. Awesome. Look at that. Macedon are just kicking ass. Alright, I'm sending one of the armies down. I've split it in half to prevent attrition, taking too much attrition. Wow, Macedon have a big fleet as well. Oh crap. No, it looks like they have it. They have it. Alright, let's take back our territories then. Okay, cavalry is loaded up. We're gonna try and drop here and take some of the territory south. If we could just take all of this, oh my god. What a victory that would be. Right, looks like we got him. Let's put this on retake territory. Yeah, okay, cool. They should just do that themselves. 13,000 here. Gotta be careful with them. Where's the boats? Where are the boats? Alright, so if we could bring the boats somewhere here, maybe even drop them off at this port, by the time this 13k gets to me, we can merge the two with the extra cavalry and just absolutely dominate. Let's give chase. Give chase, take that capital, and then if they ever... Yeah, I think this will work. The beautiful thing is, well, Macedon are not doing anything anymore. They're just trying to siege, but they don't have enough manpower. Ah, and I can get around the... Haha, nice. I totally planned that. I can't get around the fort unless I use the boats, right? So this would be interesting. They're actually building ships here, which we can kind of curtail. Right, both armies are getting out here. Very risky. Could end up dying. There's a fort there as well. Wonder how everything is going down here. Should really keep an eye on that. Yeah, I mean, I seem to be fine down here. Who's actually... Oh, wow. Commagene are taking them out. Where the hell are they? Oh, there they are. Wow, this little nation is taking all that territory from Armenia right now. Oh, the Armenian war is over. Wow, I didn't even realize. It didn't give me a message or anything. Oh, crap, I didn't even realize. Sweet. Don't have to worry about that then. Well, that means I can very boldly maybe even pick up some troops down here. We're winning this war so heavily that I can probably get a lot of territory here, but I would like to get the coast. So I'm going to be a little bit bold and try to get that fort. I think that's where we need to go. Gonna go to the fort. Hopefully Macedon can defend and hold his territory while the boats go back, pick up the extra boys, bring them back. We'll see how that goes. Because, man, I'd love to get that. That'd be so good to get that in one fell swoop like this. Oh, yeah, I forgot about the 8k I have up here. Nice. A death. I vaguely remember that guy. I think he was a governor down south, was he? Oh, yeah, Governor of Bithynia. Alright, new governor then. A Tripusker. Yes. That's fine. Oh yeah, that's what we should do with the money. Okay, is get technologies. I always forget that that's what they do. There we go. 5 technologies. I invested in some of those military techs, even though they're not that useful right now, just because they've been there for a while. The gods of war. Our high priest Athenodorus Pythid have suggested an offering to one of the gods. Oh man, I just gave away all my money. Okay. All the gods have their domains, and we should make sure we know what sort of benefits we're looking for in a battle. So, morale of armies, recruitment maintenance costs, morale recovery, supply limit. Ooh, I think supply limit would be really good. Naval morale recovery, navies. I'll do the supply limit one. I don't really think morale is going to be that big of a deal for me. Man, we got that right before this battle as well, which is cool. That's on their fort. Which I don't know how we're not taking a terrain penalty. Because we're on their fort, right? But there you go. I don't get it sometimes. Now, is there no port? Oh, there's a port right here. Wow, we're making 581 manpower. Oh, no, we're not. We're not. We're making 340. All right, Leo Stratus. He's pissed. He's bringing his 13k over. This This is Leo's song. We're lacking a commander on the first stratus. That's okay. We divided them for a reason. Now the question is, do I want to take any territories here? Not really. No, I don't. I don't want any territory in Clepia. These guys are just here to protect. Maybe get down there and take that little patch. It's tempting. There's already a breach here. Tempted to make an assault, but I don't think we should. Without the manpower to do it, it's kind of suicidal. How's our, yeah, he's still going to be in power for a while. How's his daughter, more importantly? Yeah, she's okay. She's still declining, but not too bad. How's Leo doing? He's great. He's got his holding, he's got some money, he's in command, he's got some power. He's investing in opportunities. He's a goddamn genius. Demands support for the heir. Definitely. Oh, does he not have... Does he not... He already supports it. It's fine. His wife. I would hope that he supports it. Stay where you are. Alright, if this coastal territory falls, that navy gets pushed out. We destroy the navy. Please give me that territory, please. They're probably going to keep that territory, which is really annoying. Alright, we beat the navy. The siege of Istros is won. Oh yeah, that was Istros. I didn't even realize, but that's a city-state nation at the beginning of the game, normally. Oh wow, we're just going to auto-capture all that. Beautiful. I totally forgot about that. Okay, cool. Sweet. Let's get up to help Macedon. Oh, we need to get on the boat to do that. Macedon are handling it though. Oh my god. Such a good ally. They're doing great. That's just that building event where they build something horrible. Civil war will break out in 40 months. Due to 23% of the power base of the country is disloyal. So this guy, because he's actually relatively powerful and is... That's really interesting. That's different. Did this update since I last played it? Maybe it did. I didn't think this game updated. So essentially what it's saying is that his power right now is worth 20% of the total, all the power in the country, right? So I think you can view that here. Yeah, 108. And the disloyal amounts add up to 25. Yeah, that's interesting. Even says down at the bottom, 6 for more... Okay, cool. Oh yeah, interesting. So there's a bunch of disloyal people, but they've got no power, so they don't even really matter. But his does. That's really cool. He's a 50-year-old governor. I can give him free hands. That'll increase his loyalty. Grant him a regional cognomen. So we... Okay, let's do that. What do you got? Popularity? No, I don't want to do that. Give him the Sarmatians. Cool name. But we'll give him free hands. We could just bribe him once off. 20 immediate loyalty. But I think free hands would be better. He's going to gain corruption. That's okay, though. We make enough money that I think it's fine. So we'll give him free hands. That'll increase his loyalty. That should stop that. Oh. Forgot about the boys on the boats. Alright, let's hop out and take that. Oh my god, 23,000? Fall back. If we just play this right, get that capital, I think we can just... Oh man, I really want to demand the transfer of these. Is there no way I can do that? That's really annoying. Maybe I can still do it in the war, actually, in the war screen. Yeah, okay, cool. Let's check it now. Because we have the capital, so let's reset. It's to Macedon, bastards. Yep, so that's really good. That's what I want. But I don't want this to go to Macedon. I can take all of that though. But I guess we need this capital, right? Before I can get the rest. Okay, fine. Alright, to the capital. I'm a bit landlocked because of that fort. And their main army is like chasing me all the way back. But we have such good war score that we can just end it before we even have that battle. So if we can avoid that fight, that'd be great. If we could just take these last little bits of territory. Please, Macedon, please transfer me this. I don't even want that. I just want this. Oh, that's true, actually. Oh, that'll be okay. Sorry, my bad. So if we do get this capital, that should be it then. We should get all of its coastline. So let's reset. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Now, we could give some territory to Macedon. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fucking do that. But the question is, like, I've always wondered, do they actually like you for doing that? Like, do they say, like, oh, you know, is there a positive in the opinion for them growing in your war or when you're the war leader? I don't know. But I don't want them to do that because I want to obviously take these guys out myself later. I want the coastline, so ain't going to happen. So we're going to leave it. Macedon did great, though. I mean, I feel bad, you know. In a real roleplay scenario where I wasn't just trying to get the coast, I would say, look, they were a fantastic ally. You can have it, you know. You did great work, but not today. So we'll accept that. I'm pretty happy with that. That's an amazing game that I did not expect. That's really great, actually. So today, in this episode, not only did I predict correctly that Armenia would jump on us, but I also predicted that, or I said that I'd like to get Tirgete, and we just managed to do it. So that's awesome. I'm super happy about that. Let's just hide the UI. I don't have much more time. We got to end the episode now. But that is, oh man, that's looking good. Our borders are looking sweet. Sorry, we're still in the war music. There we go. So that's what we're going to, and we also managed to get, well, we think anyway, that Leostratus should be in power next. Now, manpower is still our huge concern, right? But we have halved the amount we needed. We started this Let's Play today with needing 16,000. Now we only need 8,000. So we're making progress. You know, we gained, in effect, 8,000 manpower and won a war. Won 2 wars, really. It looks like oh yeah, I didn't even check. My bad. But Iberia, it looks like they have taken, oh my days, they've taken all of these cities from Armenia. That's a huge grab because there was big populations there. Wow, good on Iberia, because Colchis were the ones that got attacked. And Albania are pushing in. Armenia are screwed. That war killed them. That war actually killed them. Poor bastards. So they're just gonna like fall apart now. So maybe I will go to war. Just grab some of these territories around here. Yeah, 1, 2, and 3. That might make sense. Just chip away at them. Chip that little bit away. We'll see. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.